Hey guys, welcome to Project Metal Music's YouTube channel with your host El Young and Sam. So,
Right.
welcome. Right, first order of business. How are you all doing?
Good.
So, let us know in the chat. Don't, before I forget, if you like what you see, if you see the subscribe big red subscribe button, hit it. And if you like what you see, hit that and turn the notification bell on. It helps the channel out. And don't forget, like challenge, 10 likes. So if you like if you like it, hit the like button. So, Sam, how you been doing?
Good eye. I wasn't on last week. I had so much coursework to do, so that was my excuse.
In other words, you've been skiving. Yeah, it's it's coursework can be a pain in the backside for a lot of people. So, yeah.
To be fair, I was showing my mates like the podcast and that, and one of them was playing it in form, and like he put the sound on full volume, and he skipped to like some part. And he was listening to something that you said, so the speakers were on full volume, and all the teacher heard was you saying "fucking," and then. And then he quickly had to turn it off. It was really
Yeah, that is this channel is not for the faint-hearted. Put it that way.
Yeah,
It's definitely not for the faint-hearted. Like I said, it's like sometimes swearing is sometimes it's inevitable, especially when you try when you just like. Especially when you like having joking around or having a bit of a laugh, sometimes it just comes out.
Yeah.
So, well, anyway, so what's the first order of topic, Mr. Producer?
You can do. You could do announce your interviews and that.
Oh yeah, good point, Mr. Producer. Right, let's go and get this here. This Saturday, I'm going to be interviewing Ryan Thomas from a band called Turbo Snake. So that'll be on this Saturday, which is November 27th at 9 p.m. UK time. On this channel, I'm going to be interviewing Ryan Thomas. Then I'm going to be interviewing the band Null Cell. That's NULLCELL on the December 11th at 9 p.m. UK time. That's going to be because they are going to release a new album early next year, and they've already released a new single. When is it? Next week, I think they're going to be releasing a new single for that from the new album Nemesis. Then on the December 18th, I'm going to be at the same time, 9 p.m. UK time, be interviewing Michael Haggerty. Some of you may know that Michael Haggerty was in Crips. Yes, that is the band's name. But he's sort of like, he's solo. He's gone sort of like solo on that. Gone solo, so he's gone under his own name, Michael Haggerty. I'm hoping to get an interview. Hopefully, I'm not going to be announcing it just yet because we're still in talks. So I'm going to be on the 4th. I'm hoping to get an interview for the 4th of December. So yeah, all you got to do is keep an eye on social media, either Facebook or Twitter, under the Project Metal under Project Metal, so keep an eye out for that. And then I'm going to be taking, obviously, I'm going to take a couple of weeks off because of Christmas and New Year. So I'm hoping to get resume doing interviews by beginning of next year. So that's what's coming up. So what's next?
I think we were going to do like a history lesson in those sort of. I know that my age can affect what I know about shit on the chase, but more importantly, it affects about how I understand sort of the music and how music has changed over time. So one of the questions that I had prepared was like, how was the creation of punk and how did that come about, and like, is there like a specific reason for every single sub genre, or is it just pretty much all the same in the way that it was made and sort of created?
Well, punk came about back in, I can't remember exactly, but it was around about 1968, 69 with Iggy Pop.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how it came about, but it was round about like about 68, 69, but it didn't come into prominence until round about 75, something like 75, 76.
I didn't realise how old Iggy Pop was.
Yeah, I know. Don't know. You call me old, like.
No, he's making music back then. I was.
Usually when a genre of music, especially like in the rock and metal, usually when somebody comes up with a comes out and does it for a few years and becomes popular, people will turn around and says, "Oh, I like this," so they put their own spin on it, and then that evolves in time into like the sub genres, and people come to thinking, I can do something I can do something with that and put their own spins on it, type of thing. So
with the Sex Pistols, they were punk, weren't they?
Punk, yeah. Basically, I know back in the mid 70s, from what I understand of it, punk came about to the masses. Was the reaction towards bands such as Yes, bands like Yes, Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, because they were seen as these lumbering mammoths of bands who were wallowing in their own in their own self-importance. Take a look at I know some people say take a look at Led Zeppelin. Every time they went on their tour, each member of the band had their own plane, private jet. So the so basically punk.
Didn't Iron Maiden?
Yeah, they still got it.
What was
they still got it.
Like Rock and Roll Express or
no, it's Ed Force One, as in Eddie the Head. So it's called Ed Force One, but all the band and crew actually uses it, whilst Bruce Dickinson flies it because he's a commercial airline pilot. So yeah, but punk, like we're getting back to the punk thing. Basically, there was sort of like punk, sort of like, especially in the mid 70s, basically wanted to get back to basics, basically. And they wanted to get out into the smaller venues for the people, type of thing, and literally started to. That's why the punk revolution sort of like kicked off in 75, 76. Might have only lasted for about 3-4 years before it sort of like imploded. So
a lot of new artists are doing that at the minute, playing in smaller venues. They supported a lot of the smaller venues during like lockdown and that, and posted a lot of. But I say they posted a lot about it on social media. I don't know if they actually did anything to it, but there are a lot of them are going around at the minute playing the smaller venues. I know that the Sherlocks are and Sam Fender are, and there will be others, but those are the ones that came to the top of my head.
Yeah. It's like with me, I'll see it if I believe it when I see it. Basically, if they some of these big artists are supporting like smaller venues, the grassroots, what I call the grassroots venues, then I believe it. Because, but yeah.
Have you ever been to like a smaller venue when a large artist is playing?
Yeah. It's like I was at the corporation in Sheffield, and up there, it's a kind of size venue. It's like it holds about 500, 600 people there in the main hall, in the main room, and I've seen Killing Joke, Lacuna Coil, Paradise Lost. I've seen I've seen Lacuna Coil there how many times? About 4. No. 3 times there. I've seen Lacuna Coil 3 times there. Seen Killing Joke twice there.
Yeah.
I've seen Epica. You might not know these. Unless I've sort of like mentioned it to you. Epica. I've seen Revamp, which is Flo Johnson's previous band before she went into Nightwish, which still is in existence, but that's on the back burner. Yeah. I've seen numerous bands in there. There's too many to mention. And I've seen at the O2 in Sheffield. I've seen Yashin, A Day to Remember. I've seen Bring Me the Horizon. I've
heard of that.
That's where I was actually in a fucking wall of death. In that fucker. Never again. Yeah. Never again. To go in, this is one of the reasons why I stand at the back of the room. It's because of that.
That's happened before. Not the wall of death, but that sort of like where you get crushed.
The pit. Yeah. It's. I've been in a few pits, like, but no, I'm getting too old for that shit. Need me.
You know, when you see somebody in like the pit, do they like? You know, when they're like chucking elbows, does anybody ever go over and like stop them? Like when they're being a dickhead, like deliberately? No, nobody does.
Yeah. Well, put it this way: if somebody goes into the pit just to be a complete and utter wankstain, and I mean a proper dickhead, people in the pit will just fucking say, grab hold of them and fucking literally chuck them out. Where they're just like being just there to hurt people. They just like grab hold of them and just chuck them out. But the vast majority of people will look after each other. If somebody goes down, that's it. They get up. I've seen quite a few bands actually stop the shows and actually say, "Oi."
Well, that's the whole topical issue at the minute.
Yeah.
With did you hear about that Travis Scott festival?
Don't think so. It tells
basically right. Travis Scott was playing a festival in America.
Yeah.
And there was that many people there. So many people jumped the fence over and like an extra 30,000 or something. and something like 8 people died or around that mark, and then a fair few people were injured as well.
Yeah.
But then he was it's like, that's not the first time that one of his shows has ended like that sort of thing.
Well,
not as bad, not as many deaths or whatever, but he's been like prosecuted for inciting riots and stuff. So that's over in America. But like a lot of the people that follow his music, they always tend to get in. It doesn't matter whether they have a ticket or not; they will get in.
Yeah,
it's just one of those situations.
Yeah, it's one of those. You're always going to get gate crushers. You're always going to get the ones who just crush the party type of thing, which is like unfortunate. Yeah. So yeah. I've been to a couple of gigs like that where it was like, I take a look at a couple of weeks ago when we seen the Pussies up at Newcastle. That guy just came in. Yeah, it might have been a free gig, but really, they just followed us in.
Yeah.
And it's just like out guy, and he was like going around nicking people's beers and stuff like that.
So it's a good job mine was finished then, wasn't it?
Aye. Yeah. But, so you always, like I said, you're always going to get them.
Yeah. It's that sort of thing that I was watching. That came up on my on one of my feeds the other day about Woodstock '99 as well. It's like those sort of ones which, like, looking back on it. Well, what I'm trying to remember, I wasn't even fucking born, but that sort of atmosphere at a gig, it's never good. It's never good. Like that I was looking at some of the stuff from that, and that was crazy.
Yeah, that was the 40th of it.
Was Woodstock in 69?
Yeah, 30th. The 99 one was the 30th anniversary of the 69 one.
Yeah.
So, because I wasn't even born for the I wasn't born for the original one.
Yeah.
And I'm old.
It was like, I was looking at some videos, and they've brought a documentary out, and there was people like sliding about in what they thought was mud, but it was just like shit and that, and then there was people passing out in front of it because it was in like Las Vegas, so the heat was that much that they were having to take cover under the lorries and that. It was crazy.
Yeah, Vegas. It's considering it's right in the middle of a fucking desert.
Nevada desert.
You know what I mean? I know a couple of people over there, and they're saying that the fucking heat is absolutely, it's stupid. It's stupidly hot.
Yeah, I know.
Why are they putting like gig on in like in the middle of summer?
I'm not too sure if it was in Vegas, but it was in a place where it was really, really hot. I think I would have to look up that one. I'm not 100% sure on that, but there were like real problems with people struggling with the heat there.
Yeah. That's the thing. We might complain about the heat in this country when it's like getting in touch, going into the 30s and stuff like that. But even in this country, if you're not used to the heat, you're gonna pass out.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got like 100,000 people around you.
Yeah, definitely. That was I sit in a classroom and I'm sweating my tits off as well. Like, so I'm not really built for it, mate. So I don't think what other people would do, what they were like.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to a couple of festivals. Some are small, some are big, and it's if you're not careful, you literally if you're not careful, you're gonna get like basically you're gonna get heat stroke big time.
Yeah. Would you ever go to a festival you ever go to another festival, or would you say those sort of days are over?
Well, if there was a lineup that I really, really, really wanted to go and see, then yeah. But those that lineup that I wanted to go and see is get few and far between. So if it's only going to be about 2-3 bands and the tickets are going to be £200, you've got no chance. If it was like
that's what I struggle with festivals as well. Like I go, oh yeah, it looks like a great time, or it's meant to be a great time. There, going there anyway. But who do I want to see? And is the ticket worth the price, sort of thing?
Yeah, it's like I want to get out to Download.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about that.
Yeah, for those who are of a generation like me, who are of a certain age, there used to be the Monsters of Rock down at Castle Donington, and I would love to go down there, but sometimes they put I wouldn't say shit on, but they're just like bands that I'm not interested in.
Yeah.
And then you have like about 2, maybe 3 headliners for each day for the 3 nights, and it's just like I want to go, but like I said,
yeah,
or they worth, or they yes, you can get day tickets, but it's not just the tickets, it's the camping, and it's the travel. That's what you got to look at. Yeah, the tickets might be about £200, whatever price they are, but it's the other stuff as well, like the transport, the accommodation. Are you going to go into a hotel? Are you going to go camping? Are you camping on the grounds? You know what I mean?
I'm definitely going to some next year. I really, really want to go to Leeds, but I'm not. I had a good time last year, and it's one of those things where you want to wait for the lineup, but then you think, oh, it's out, so I'm still humming and hawing whether to pay for it now and then just chance it. And chance if I don't like who's there, then I can just resell the ticket, but I will lose a little bit of money on it. So
yeah,
it's that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like when the big festival I went to was Ozfest '98, and the lineup that I really wanted to go and see the lineup, because he had pretty much the original lineup: Black Sabbath, he had Ozzy Osbourne, Slayer, the Foo Fighters, Soulfly, Pantera, you had Entombed, you had Cold Chamber. Yeah, they had a load of bands there that you really wanted. With me personally, I really wanted to see. It was mainly Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, Slayer, Soulfly, Fear Factory, the Foo Fighters, and a couple of and Cold Chamber. Basically 7 bands there that I really wanted to see, and it was worth the money.
That you wanted to go and see?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, good.
So every single band, because they had 2 stages. They had the main stage and the open coming stage. So I was like flitting between the 2 of them, and I was like, God, yeah.
For the festivals that I went to, that I was at, was Leeds last year. And most of the people that I wanted to see was on the main stage, and it was like one of those where if I wanted to really go and see somebody else, then I would have had to went with either by myself or with somebody else, and I didn't really want to. Well, I wouldn't have got lost because I knew my way back to camp, but it's just one of those. I think I'd rather be with my mates in those sort of situations. But there was the stage at Leeds was called like the Lock-In, or I think it was either the Lock-In or the Pit. I don't know why, like both different names, and that was all rock. But I didn't get a chance to go in. But I think next year I definitely will.
Yeah. Yeah, with me, I'd rather stick with the smaller venues to go and see bands, because it's, well, put it this way, I get very nervous in large crowds. Very nervous.
Yeah. I just get annoyed, mate. I
yeah.
can't stand it when people are deliberately pushing into us, and you know they are, and they know they are, but you can't really turn around and fucking hit them. It's just one of those things.
Well, basically you can. Basically, you can. You sort of start dancing. You start give them a slight elbow, but you gotta be really careful like that.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
But yeah, this is one of the reasons why I like. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's go on.
Yeah, all right. So this is one of the reasons why I like the smaller venues, smaller crowds. You get they can be a bit more civilized, so to speak.
Yeah. Is there anybody that you want to see soon? Is there any bands that you want to see soon?
Oh God, yeah. I want to see. It's mainly the smaller bands now, with the up-and-coming bands. I want to go and see. I want to see Black Rose. I want to see Spreading the Disease. I want to see Rockborn, which I've been talking to Luan and John of Rockborn, and they're hoping to get over sometime next year to get over here. I want to see King Ring Nancy. Yeah, they are a brilliant Canadian band, King Ring Nancy. I want to see them get over here as well. I want to see Incubus Succubus again. Brilliant folk pagan rock band, goth band from Gloucester.
We didn't get the chance to go and see them because we were going to.
Yeah, that was April last year, April 2020, something like that.
That's full lockdown in full swing.
Aye, I was like, you would have loved that. You would love Incubus Succubus.
Yeah,
you would have loved it. I've seen them 3 times, and they are absolutely fucking amazing. And I mean amazing live. Yeah. Especially last time I saw the Inkies. When was it? 2012, down in Leeds.
Jesus.
At the Travelled up.
Oh, yeah, because you're still living in what Macaulay, weren't you?
Yeah, it was at the library in Leeds, and last time I saw,
I was there. I was there on Friday, actually.
Yeah, it's still going.
I think I'm positive I was there. Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
It was on the Otley Run. I don't know if that makes any sense to you.
Right.
But it was a good little one. I went down on Friday to go and see my mates, and that was one of the pubs that we went to.
Yeah, it was like it's a brilliant little venue. It's when you go upstairs, it's a brilliant little venue.
I didn't. So I didn't manage to get upstairs. I think that just was on the floor one.
Yeah. Like I said, when I was there last time, I was there. Tony, the guitarist, was actually playing the guitar with his teeth. So I was like,
does that actually work?
Yeah, it does. Aye. It does. Aye. It works. And he's playing behind his fucking head and everything, and playing with his teeth and fucking doing stuff like that. It was just like, oh God, Jesus Christ. Entertainer, basically.
Yeah.
He's a brilliant entertainer, Tony. And same with Candia. Absolutely brilliant entertainer. Look, if you ever get to meet them, Tony and Candia are such lovely people. brilliant people.
Yeah.
They always, the 3 times I've seen them, always came up to us and talked to us and give us a hug and thanking us to come and actually see them and everything. So really nice people. Really nice people.
Yeah.
So
I think it's great that, like, as well as that, you've seen them 3 times, but like they're the Canadian.
No, they're Incubus is from Gloucestershire.
Oh right. Oh sorry. I thought yeah. I thought they were in America.
No, that was that's King Ring Nancy. They're Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I just thought that. Do they not come up to the northeast as much?
No, excuse me. Yeah, not really. No.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's traveling. Unless they've got like a load of like about 3 or 4 gigs, then yeah, they would come up. But with it, like I said, it's all the traveling expenses. They've got to make it worth a while to actually come up. So
yeah. Anyway, what another like segment of the history session, like death metal and that.
yeah.
When they're screaming, or what's that? What is it? The growl? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, the growl. Yeah.
What's like the sort of meaning behind that, and why do they do it?
It's basically there's several genres of metal that actually do like the growl. The growl, but the most famous ones is like black and death metal. It basically symbolises the like with death. It's a bit pretty much. I'm probably oversimplifying this. Basically, it's like the death. It's basically death is about death, and then with it's like sort of like the like I said, I'm no expert in this. I'm no expert in all this.
Yeah.
And the black metal, it's basically it's about anti-religion type of thing, anti-Christianity type of thing. It's basically satanic, and it's supposed to be representing. This is just my interpretation here.
Yeah.
Like I said, I am no disclaimer. I am no expert in this. No expert. It basically in black metal it's supposed to represent basic Satan, basically. So it's basically the growl, but in like other genres like metalcore or like gent or any other like it's just like sort of like the aggression, so to speak, sort of like the aggression of the growl. The girls more of like aggression. It's an anti-establishment type of thing.
Yeah.
So
these bands that are black metal. So are a lot of their members actually like? Because is Satan? And correct us if I'm wrong. Is Satanism, is that like satanic? Is that like a real religion?
It is, yeah. It is.
So are they? So these people who are in those sort of metal bands and into that genre, are they not usually, but sometimes are they actual like proper Satanists?
Some are proper. Some of them is just like they're just like the sort of like into it, but not fully into it. If you know what I mean. Yeah. But some bands are full on satanic.
Yeah. So like, and I know that I don't know it's a fucking music show, but does the like Satanism, isn't that like, it's not what like generally what people think it is, and it's like it's not just causing anarchy, it's a form of like proper religion where they've got norms and values. Is that
pretty much? Yeah, much. Yeah, it's sort of anti-Christian, so to speak.
Yeah. Do you know much? Do you know much about it, or is that?
I don't touch the subject personally. I just don't touch it. I don't touch it. I know of it. I know what pretty much what goes on, but I don't touch it.
Right.
I stay well clear of them.
Right.
I stay well clear of them because I don't want to be dragged into that. I just do not. I just don't want nothing to do with it. So.
But it's one of those interests that I have. I enjoy finding out about different cultures and sort of different ways of life. That's the sort of it's the curiosity in us. But
yeah.
It's one of yeah.
What?
I know. I didn't have anything to say.
Like I said, it's just like I know, and like obviously I'm a little older than you. I know, I know basically some things will go all the ins and outs of it, but it's just like I was like you at your age, like curious about what's all this about.
Yeah.
But once I found out that.
I don't subscribe to any sort of religion. I just enjoy finding out about them.
Yeah, same here. But it's just like once you go down so far down a rabbit hole, you're just like thinking, I'm out of here. I don't want to know, type of thing.
Yeah. Anyway, I say I didn't get a chance to see what bands I wanted to see. I think I've caught even how we got into it. But a band that I've always wanted to see, but they won't really come to the UK that much is Tenacious D, and I just think they would be just a great band to go and see. I know it's quite a big one, but
that
would be something that I would really enjoy.
Yeah, I've seen an interview with Jack Black, and he said basically he was asked the question, when will Tenacious D actually tour or bring out a new album? Because they've only brought out 3 albums in the last 25 years or so.
Yeah,
it's
I've got a couple of them.
Yeah, I've got all 3, and basically Jack Black said that basically at the end of the day, he says, and I'm paraphrasing here, he basically said that myself and Kyle are so busy with other things, it's very hard for us to actually get together to actually write music, or even just to even write music. So if we wanted a tour, we have to really organise our schedules to actually to actually do the tour. They might pop up in a couple of live shows, but that's about it. But they're doing a full-blown tour, you got absolutely no chance. But you never know, the moons might align and the planets might align and actually do it.
Yeah, that would be good. And I know what the first band that we saw last Sunday, I've forgotten the name, but I've downloaded some of the music. Is it
Zero Tolerance?
Yes, it is. It was on the tip of my tongue. I would like to go and see them again. I thought they were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Next time they play either Sunderland or Newcastle, I'd come where, because I do like Zero Tolerance. Because the only reason why I like Zero Tolerance is because of the guitarist Guy and the singer Graham, who are in another band in another band called The Suspect Device, and I've been following them since 2016. So they're a really good band. Really, Zero Tolerance is a really good band, and I wouldn't mind seeing them again.
Yeah, there was another one that's it's all still guitar driven, but it's the Sherlocks. They're from Sheffield, and that was the band that I mentioned before, where they were doing a lot of the smaller venues. Because do you know who the Bootlegger is? He's like on Twitter all the time, like football Twitter. Where he announced them. He like announced them on stage, brought them out the other week at like a tiny venue in like a pub in somewhere. But I think because I've already seen them. I saw them. I've got the ticket here actually. I saw them at the boiler shop. Like just before lockdown, like about 2 weeks before lockdown, and I really enjoyed them. But it was one of those where my mate said, "Oh, do you want to come and see these?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, I'll listen to a little bit of their music, but beforehand." But I didn't get really into them, and then it was afterwards that I got into them. So I think I'd appreciate it more if I went and saw them again. Fingers crossed, I do. It's once again, there's not very many shows. There's not very many artists that, and I could be wrong because these could be coming up any time, but there's not many artists that I'm into at the minute that are touring in the Northeast sort of thing, or not touring but doing shows that I can access anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of stuff with still up in the air with COVID. So there's obviously some of the venues are very hesitant to actually open up to bands, so to speak, to actually put them on. Or there's some bands that are very reluctant to travel.
Yeah, there was I went to a gig the other day, and it was you had to show either a negative test in the past 24 hours or a vaccine passport.
Yeah,
which I've got anyway. So it's like what it was good of them, to be fair, but I wasn't really bothered because I knew I was vaccinated already. So, but I think that could end up being the new norm with sort of larger events.
Yeah, that's what they're actually hoping to actually do. As far as I understand it, is they're going to pass that into. Well, they've been saying. I know the government's been like saying that if you're going to go out to a larger venue, you need to, like you said, either a negative test within 24 hours or even 48 hours.
Yeah.
Or even a vaccine passport, which that's what they've been driving to. But from what I understand of it, with Austria, basically what they've said is that they're going to be doing mandatory vaccination, regardless. And if you don't get, they're going to get those people who don't get the vaccine, they're going to get locked down. They're going to be essentially under house arrest. So,
well, I'm no, we'll not get onto that subject. That's a subject.
No, that's a different point. That's a different one. That's a different podcast. So we're not going to go there.
Yeah.
So
I think me and you are both of the similar opinion anyway. So
yeah. Get bloody vaccinated.
What have you got coming up on the radio station tomorrow?
Oh, good thing you asked. Good thing you reminded us. Tomorrow, I have. Let me see. I've got an interview that I did last Saturday with Jeff Carlson and Corey Brown of the Jeff Carlson Band, and I'm going to be playing a couple of their songs tomorrow. The two albums of the week are from a band called Stellar Death. I can't off the top of my head. I can't think of the album. The second album of the week is from a band called Mara, Mara. They're and don't ask me to pronounce the album name because I will definitely butcher it. I've got to give it a couple of tries to actually pronounce it properly. Tomorrow I will be playing the new single from Null Cell, and let me see, where is it? I did put it in. Yeah, the new single is called Over the Top, and I'm also going to be playing the title track of the album, of their new album, which is coming out early next year. I've got bands. I've got a lot of double shots from bands such as such bands as Black Violence. I've got a band called Bangkok. I've got Drop on Glass, Narin. All of these are either independent or unsigned. So yeah, and a lot of other bands as well. So if you want to come and listen to the show, go to www.digitalrevolutionradio.com, where you can hear it loud and clear. So yeah, we've got like a load of brilliant shows on the station. So yeah, all you got to do is go to the top of the screen, press schedule, and then you get all the schedule, like all the shows what's on the station. So yeah, the show Project Metal Across the Pond will be on at 6 p.m. UK time. That's 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. 1 p.m. Pacific Time, and that's 11 a.m. Hawaiian Time. God, I think there. Yeah. Obviously, like between Eastern and Pacific, it's about a 3-hour difference. So you got Central is 3 p.m. Mountain Time is 2 p.m. Pacific Time is 1 p.m. It's at Hawaiian time, like basically Hawaii's like 10 hours behind.
Yeah.
I think.
It's
10
mad
o'clock.
that you've got to figure out time zones as well, because we're so lucky that ours is Greenwich Meridian. So it's
it does get confusing. It does get, especially when you're talking to bands in either in New Zealand, Australia. You got bands in Japan, South America. You got to think, what time zone is he in? And it's just, well, put it this way, thank fuck for search engines. Yeah. All you got to do is get time zone in where, say, Sao Paulo in Brazil. Time zone, local time in Sao Paulo, Brazil. You just think, all right, they're at such a time. They're like 4 hours. They're 4 hours behind. So he's just like thinking, all right, okay.
Have you spoken to many bands from Brazil? Because it's when a lot of bigger bands go to tour and they do like at Sao Paulo State, in Sao Paulo or like the River Plate Stadium and that, like a lot of the gigs are like to go down as being legendary of like just the stadium actually shaking, because I know that in Argentina as well. I remember with the football, because a lot of them do the football stadiums. The spectators and the fans, they actually make the stadium shake.
Yeah, so basically cause minor earthquakes.
Yeah.
Minor earthquakes.
It's the amount of the sheer amount of people at one time. It's literally like a sea, because you can see them moving about like in together. Because I've watched a fair few of them. I think I've seen like I know that I've definitely watched the AC/DC one in South America, but then I've seen some of the Oasis ones, and then there is plenty of others, but they're just not coming to my head at the minute. But that's sort of on my bucket list sort of thing. I would love to go to South America and watch a band or some sort of performance, because it doesn't have to be a band in one of those stadiums. Definitely.
Yeah. There's I've spoken to a good few bands from Brazil, such as like Madre Sun or like.
I think you mentioned them before.
Yeah, the Madre Sun. There's Brutalion. There's Leatherjacks. It's like I said. There's quite a few. There's quite a few bands I've actually spoken from all around the world. So, excuse me.
Do you have to translate anything into Portuguese, or when you speak to people in Brazil, or is normally their English quite good?
Usually they're English. There's been a couple of people from bands where they know somebody who can translate English to Portuguese and vice versa, and that's how sometimes. But sometimes the bands, the musicians speak relatively good, really, if not really good English.
Yeah.
So, which I've been relatively really good with, been really good with that, like, on that. So,
where would you say the most remote band that you've spoke to or played on your radio on your station, like somewhere like I know there won't be one, but like somewhere like the Maldives or somewhere like the Falkland Islands, like is the like where's the weirdest place that you've had a band from in that sort of sense?
oh, the most remote is Mongolia.
Oh, right. So do they? Is that with the? Do they do the throat singing?
Yeah.
And was that band that you talked to? With did they do it?
I didn't talk to them, but that's one of the remotest I've played. But I've played bands from Thailand, Taiwan, India, Pakistan. I want to say Pakistan.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not too sure, but not too sure. I've played bands from Egypt, Tunisia, Saudi Arabia.
What do these sort of bands sound like? Like the
really good,
Saudi Arabian ones. Is it rock? Is it like sort of rock and metal in the way that we understand it?
Yeah. Sort of like power metal, death metal, black metal, stuff like that. There's sort of like especially the bands with like from Egypt and Tunisia. They're sort of like got the Arabic sound to them. They've got Arabic music, and which I quite like, actually. Really like the sound of the Arabic music. I've also played bands from Algiers. I've played bands from like a lot of bands from the Middle East, such as like around Turkmenistan and places like that. Which is starting to come up and coming countries. And it's like the getting like there's a lot of stuff from Ukraine, and it's like some parts of Africa, lots of places from South America, and obviously Europe.
America, they seem to be well into it, like the sort of the rock music.
Yeah, they have been loving rock and metal for years, but there's fairly few rock and metal bands coming out. But it's over this last 10, 15 years that have started to really come out with the brilliant rock and metal bands. Like I said, you got the Leatherjacks, you got Madre Sun, you got Calligram, you got it's got South American members in. You got Christ, I've even had bands from Honduras.
Yeah.
And it was just like thinking, a tiny little country in the north coast of South America, you're thinking, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like, it's just come out of nowhere, and it's just like thinking, damn, this band's good, type of thing.
Yeah.
So you got like then you got like obviously the Central America. You got especially from like Mexico. You got like a load of brilliant bands coming out of there. Load of brilliant bands coming out of there. And it's like obviously you got US and Canada and Europe and Australia and fucking Japan and just New Zealand and fucking, you know what I mean?
Isn't where the most like rock and metal bands per capita, isn't it? Somewhere in like is it a country in Scandinavia?
I can't remember. It says I can't remember if it's Sweden, Norway, or Finland.
Yeah, I know.
Correct.
Sweden has the most pop groups per capita.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that's the fact. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's like it's a tie between. Correct me if I'm wrong. So let me know in the comments. Is it Norway or Finland? Which one of those two countries got the highest bands per capita? Largest. I want to say Sweden, not Sweden, Norway. I really want to say Norway, but I could be wrong on that. So don't hold me to that. So if you know, let me know in the comments. So yeah.
When you're playing bands on the radio, say from like I know you said Honduras before. You really enjoyed some of the bands from Honduras.
Yeah, it was only one band.
Oh, sorry. Well, you enjoyed that band from Honduras. Would you say that you would? Do you listen to them again, or is it like obviously you probably listen to them again, but is it something that you'll just put on in the house and listen to that, or?
Well, put it this way, if you see me play a personal playlist, most of them, I wouldn't say all of it, like, but I would say a good 50% of the bands on my personal playlist are actually unsigned and independent bands from there. They're actually made up of actually like all the bands and everything. So
yeah,
I'm starting to. I wouldn't say I was starting to move away from like the older stuff and the more mainstream, like what you call mainstream signed bands. But me personally, I'd rather go out and actually listen to like brand new music from brand new bands who've literally put the time and effort in to basically pay the dues to actually do all this. And I want to like get me personally, I want to bring all this to like a wider audience, so to speak. So
speaking of like the new band sort of thing, have you heard of the band Greta Van Fleet?
Yes, I have.
What do you think of them? Judging by you said, unfortunately.
Yeah. Don't get us wrong. Don't get me wrong. So do not fucking come at me. I couldn't give a shit. So you can fuck off with us. Is me personally. They're good. I'm not going to turn around and say they're fucking complete shite. But I like they're good. I quite like some of the songs, but I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, you're not a big fan of the music or the band itself.
Well, put it this way, to me, it's been done before.
Yeah,
there's nothing new there. It's all been done before.
Yeah.
Because basically, personally, like I said, do not come at me within the fucking comments because I couldn't give a shit. It's basically it's sort of like there's been quite a bit of talk out there that they are a rip-off of Led Zeppelin, basically.
Yeah.
So personally, like I said, I quite like them. I quite like them. I quite like some of the music, but like I said, it doesn't float me boat. Let's put it that way.
The only reason that I ask is because it was they went viral a couple of months ago on TikTok. So like that, it just popped into my head when you said that sort of new mainstream rock bands. Well, not necessarily new, but sort of the mainstream rock bands at the minute, and that was just one of the first ones that popped into my head.
Yeah, well, put this way, Greta Van Fleet have been around for the last couple of years, and they went basically sort of went viral a couple of years ago because they said that they sounded just like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
it's just like I said, it's just like it's nothing new to me. It's they bring nothing new to the table. So
I haven't really listened to them, so I don't think I could comment on it in like with sort of my opinion, just because I haven't given them the chance yet. Now I'd like to before I would say if I would comment on a band, I would always give them the chance of listening to a bit of their music first.
Yeah, so, I've like I said over the last couple of years, I've listened to the band a few times, but like I said, this is my opinion. Just go out and if you want to go check them out first to make your mind up. But to me, they bring nothing new to new to the table.
Yeah.
So, anything else before we wrap this up?
Not that I can think of. I think I've everything that I sort of scribbled down. I think we've talked about.
Yeah. So don't forget tomorrow, Thursday, the 25th. Is it the 25th? Yeah, this is 25th tomorrow. This Revolution Radio, where you hear loud and clear. Roger Mello Across the Pond will be live from 6 p.m. UK time. Saturday, I want to be interviewing, Ryan Thomas on the 27th, which is Saturday at 9 p.m. UK time on the YouTube channel. So stick around for that. Stay tuned for that. So, yeah. So, anything else before we sign off?
Nothing from me.
Yep. So, yeah. Oh yeah. Don't forget on Mondays we've got the PMM gaming. So tune in for that. So you never know. You never know who might show up on the stream. So yeah. So we're going to be continuing our adventures in RuneScape. So, like my adventures anyway. So you never know who might, like I said, you never know who might show up. So, yeah. So, like I said at the beginning of the stream, if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell if you like what you see. So, yeah. Yeah, as it helps out the channel. And if you, and the sub, challenge is 10 likes for this. So, yeah. Right. Catch you all later.
See you later.